Guys, so you might be wondering what the title means for this video. Let me explain. I took a makeup inventory where I actually counted how many I had of each category, and I knew I had a lot, but it was pretty shocking. If you have a large collection, I strongly advise you to do this so that you know exactly what you've got. So I'm going to tell you what those numbers are, and then I'm going to tell you what that means for the future. And I'll explain that when we get to it too. All right, so let's start from the bottom and work our way up. I have 3 setting sprays. That's somewhat normal, right? I have 7 mascaras, but normally I wouldn't have that many, but I did that video about colored mascaras where I was comparing different brands to see if there was any difference between the brands and whatnot. So I do have 7 mascaras, but 4 of them are colors and only 3 of them are black. So yeah, that's the only reason why I have 7. Otherwise I wouldn't even normally have 3. I usually only have like 2. Powders, I have 8. That's way too many. Definitely way too many. But a lot of times, and I'll just say this now instead of repeating myself over and over again, a lot of times I have too many of something because of reviewing products for YouTube. You know, I like to compare formulas and see if there's something better than what I'm currently using. Yeah, so I have 8 powders. Eyeshadow primers, I have 10. Foundation primers, I have 10. Bronzers and contours, I'm just lumping those into the same category. I have 11. Nail polishes, I have 15. Used to have way more than that, but you've heard that story before. For the 15 nail polishes, that includes base coats, top coats, special effects, polishes. That includes everything. And I want to keep it around that number. What I think I'm going to do is, going forward, I'm not going to buy any new nail polishes unless I finish something that I have. So if I finish a bottle of nail polish, then I'll allow myself to buy a new one. But I want to keep it small this time. Foundations, I have 16. Concealers, I have 17. Highlighters, I have 20. Brow products, I have 20. And that's only because I started trying not just a lot of different brands, but a lot of different types of brow products. Like, I wanted to see if I liked pencils or pomades or creams or you know, there's so many different kinds, and so that's why I ended up having so many of those. So I currently have 20. Blushes, I have 30. Eyeliners, I have 30, and that's because I like to have them in all different colors because I don't like to just use black or brown, which is, I know, what most people do. They just have like a black or a brown eyeliner that they like and they use it with everything. I really feel like colored eyeliner can really enhance whatever look you're doing with your eyeshadow. Like, for example, today I have on like a teal eyeliner, and I think it just really complements the teal eyeshadow. Okay, lipsticks. This includes lipsticks, lip glosses, and lip treatment products like lip balm. So everything in that category, I have over 100. I just realized when I was calculating out all these numbers, I skipped lip liner. I wonder if I included that in with the lipsticks. I probably did. So 100 plus on the lip products. And then the crowning achievement, it's not an achievement, the biggest number in the collection is eyeshadows. I love, love, love eyeshadows. That is my thing. That is my jam. I have over 200 eyeshadows. Okay, so what does all this mean moving forward? The reason why I wanted to make this video today is if you saw my last video, then actually my last two videos, what I talked about in those videos is sort of going to combine with this information to talk about what is going to happen in the future. Like I said in yesterday's video, I've been doing a lot of research about ingredients and the safety of those ingredients being there in our makeup, and I don't feel comfortable with a lot of things that I'm seeing, reading, etc. So what I'm going to do moving forward is I have a lot of makeup, as I just explained by breaking it down by category. And I spent a lot of money on this makeup, so I'm not just going to give it away or throw it away. I want to use it. So for the meantime, what I'm going to do is just use what I have. And then when I get down to, like, let's say, let's pick a category that I don't have a lot in. All right, foundation primers. I have 10 foundation primers. As I use things up, because a lot of the things that I have are well used, you know, it's not like I have a bunch of full containers sitting in these drawers. I use my makeup. As a matter of fact, I've already started an empties bag so that I can do an empties video sometime. I already started a bag that's got containers in it of things that I've used up, including like, I'm going to include like Bath and Body products too, like body lotions, body butters, shower gel if it's something fancy, you know, that kind of stuff too. Maybe even hair products, what I used up, just so you can see in case things change over time. Skincare, anything. So I've already started saving my containers, but I want to start using things up, and as I do, I'm going to add the empty containers to that bag so that we can do an empties video. But yeah, I want to use what I have, but when I start to get low and I don't have that much left in a category, if all that's left are things that don't work for me for some reason, then maybe I'll buy something from that category. For example, foundation would be a real good example. How many foundations do I have? I have 16 foundations. Okay, but makeup doesn't keep forever, so I go through my collection periodically and I throw away whatever would be considered expired. So these numbers will go down just because of that. But if I start seeing that maybe my foundation doesn't match that well, because, you know, it will change a little throughout the year. Like I'll be 1 or 2 shades darker in the summer, 1 or 2 shades lighter in the winter, depending on how much time I spend outside. Last summer I wasn't really outside that much, but that changes from year to year. It depends on how much we go to the beach, how much we go to parks or hiking or whatever. But if I'm finding that something isn't working for me, for whatever reason, you know, it's not the right color, maybe it breaks me out, or the formula isn't right for my skin, then I'll get something. But if I get something, I want to start buying makeup that is like clean makeup, that has good ingredients in it, that doesn't have a lot of garbage ingredients in it. Because a lot of companies use the ingredients that they use because they're cheap and they're using them as fillers. And I just don't want to buy stuff like that anymore. So when it comes to eyeshadows, however, I want to start making my own. And if you saw the video that I did called How I Made This Eyeshadow or something along those lines, I want to get more involved in that. That was so much fun, and I still have that kit that I bought, so I can use it a number of different ways. I bought some more containers. I went back to Hobby Lobby and I bought a package of I think I got like 10 containers for $2, so that was a way better deal than when I bought just the single one at Christmas Tree Shop. So I have a package of those little containers to put the eyeshadows in. And some of you had recommended a website that I think it was TKB Trading, where they sell things like empty pans and binders and things that you would need to press eyeshadows. I've pressed eyeshadows before, so I know how that works. And I don't really feel the need to do that. I just want to make eyeshadows and keep them loose because I don't want this to be like a big, huge project and a pain in the neck. So any eyeshadows that I make, I'm just going to keep them loose. And you don't really need to buy a ton of ingredients and tools and things when you use loose eyeshadows because they will stay good because all it's going to be is mica powders. So I placed an order today for mica powders from a company that sells mica powders because the ones that I got from Hobby Lobby, they're nice and everything and they worked well, but they don't have much to choose from for color selections. They have 2 kits and it looks like a couple of them that are in the kit that I bought are also in the other kit, so I don't really want repeats. So I placed an order with a mica powder company, and I got some plain things, and I got some complex things. You'll see what I mean when I get my order. I don't know how long it's going to take because I just placed the order today. But yeah, I think that what you make for eyeshadows is pretty much unlimited because if you are using mica, there's all different finishes. There's like shimmery, there's matte, and the colors are, there's hundreds of colors of mica. And I feel like this is a lot safer than using eyeshadows that have talc in them. Not all eyeshadows have talc in them. You can buy talc-free eyeshadows, but looking at the ingredient list for most of my eyeshadows, it looks like most of them do have talc in them. And that's just a cheap filler that could be laced with asbestos. And why risk it, you know? Because this isn't just gonna give me exactly the colors I want. It's gonna be fun too, because you know, you can mix them and create new colors by mixing together single colors. And they have special effects ones too. I also ordered some color shifting ones, and it looks like some of them are duochrome, some of them are multi-chrome. I don't know how much you guys know about multi-chromes, but that's like becoming a thing in the YouTube community. But instead of spending this outrageous amount of money for the pressed ones that are at the popular brands, yeah, they're getting a crazy amount of profit there. You can get them much cheaper than that. So we'll see how I make out with my order because I've never ordered from this company before. Don't really know much about them. Didn't find a lot about them on YouTube. So we'll see how I make out first, but when I get my order, I'll show you what I got and give you some ideas of how I'm going to use it, or maybe I'll even use it before I make the video. Now, as far as blush goes, I might be able to make my own blush as well, because one of the colors that I got for mica powder and one of the colors that I already have are colors that would make good blushes. So, yeah, I might be able to make my own blushes too. And when it comes to blush, I might even be able to make blushes with different finishes. For example, powder versus cream. I might be able to do that too, but I have to do more research. There's so much to learn about all this. You wouldn't even believe it, because you can't just go doing it all willy-nilly. You have to go by certain guidelines. Like some colors are safe to use around the eyes, some are safe to use on the face, and some are safe to use on the lips. That's another thing I could get into. I could get into making my own lip treatment products, lipsticks, lip gloss, lip balm. I could do all that too. I have a feeling that would be maybe even more complicated because that would be something that you're actually ingesting a little bit of that. So actually that might be even more important because of that reason in terms of safe versus unsafe ingredients. So we'll see how it goes. Right now though, I would like to continue to use the makeup that I have, but it doesn't make me feel very good, to be honest with you, because it kind of, I don't know, I find it a little bit disturbing, some of the ingredients that are in the makeup, and it bothers me that the rules aren't stricter about that. But like I said in one of my other videos this week, you have to educate yourself and learn these things for yourself, because we live in a capitalist society, and so, you know, everybody's trying to make a buck. That's what it boils down to. So you have to protect yourself and learn about the ingredients that are in your makeup. So I think, oh wow, I really rambled on for a long time, didn't I? So that's what I'm going to do moving forward. And I think it will be a challenge to make videos if that's what I'm doing, because it's kind of like a low buy or a no buy. I guess you'd say it's a low buy. But when it does come time to buy things, like for example, mascara only lasts 3 months, or that's the date that they recommend that you throw it out at. So that'll probably be the first thing that I need to buy or replace. So when that time comes, I'm going to look for a mascara from, you know, like a clean brand, a healthier brand that doesn't have dangerous chemicals in it. So that's it for today, you guys. Thank you so much for watching and subscribing, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.